We are the best place in the world for early stage innovation because of the academic institutions that we have here in Massachusetts.
I'm happy to say that Massachusetts is the place to be.
I can't imagine being somewhere else besides Boston as an educator and as a scientist.
Massachusetts is so successful because of the concentration of our academic institutions and the talent they attract. But most important, their discoveries and innovations lead to cures for a better life and a better tomorrow.
Tens of millions of research dollars that come into the state every year from DOD, from NSF, from NIH. Those dollars are in jeopardy.
It funds about 35,000 jobs on an annual basis in Massachusetts, which is incredibly important to the economy and vitality of the state. At BU, one of the most important things we can do for our undergraduates in particular is to give them the opportunity to work on world-class research projects. And so the fact that our faculty have their research funded through NIH, many of them involve undergraduates in that effort, and that's the first step in training the next generation of the nation's science and engineering and technology professionals.
If we go a tiny bit further,
First and foremost is the concentration of academic talent here.
If you're doing cross-fertilization today,
The members of AICUM play an incredibly important role. Companies want to come here, students want to come here, other researchers want to come here because of the great science that is being done, the great research that is being done.
The percentages are going to vary differently from what we see in the blood.
There is just this vibrant, just bubbling underneath of academics, you know, and it, you know, the idea of like, hey, discovered something, okay, how is this going to help people? How can we use this for teaching? How is this going to lead to a new company?
We have so many big success stories here in Massachusetts. Major technology developments happening here and found in almost every household in America.
How many people out there in the audience have a Kindle? Can you raise your hand?
A little bit of research funding creates the industries and jobs of tomorrow, and that's exactly why it's critical that the country support research and development.
This big investment is paying off in terms of valuable innovations that are really flowing out into the world.
Where it all starts is with NIH funding. And we win the most of it right here in Massachusetts. That's where the ideas come from. That's where the technologies come from. That's where the patents come from that turn into businesses that ultimately turn into cures.
Innovation starts with discovery. It starts with invention, great science, new things happening in technology, in engineering, in computing, in biology, in chemistry. Most of that happening in our academic institutions. One of the things that makes us strong in Massachusetts, beside the great research, is the great talent.
The lab equipment here is so nice, and the science department is so great here. You also have the research opportunities at MGH, Children's Hospital, Beth Israel, and the research experience that's available during the summer for the students that get research on campus, huge.
Go back to the... This is the most we've ever seen the epidermis right here. No one's been able to visualize those cells in 15 or 20 years of trying. So that itself is going to be a paper, hopefully. Yeah, it'll be a paper.
When you start generating data, for that one moment, you will know something in the world that no one else knows.
It's always something new to study, always something new to be excited about, because we don't really know everything right now, because, I mean, if we did, we wouldn't be doing research, really.
The life sciences, clean energy, information technology are where the new jobs at all levels are going to be.
While other sectors in the economy have faltered, the life sciences continues to grow.
At the Life Science and Bioengineering Center here at WPI, we have about 30 to 35 faculty members, all doing federally funded research. Gateway Park is an initiative by WPI in conjunction with the city to redevelop an old, essentially abandoned manufacturing site. With the investment by WPI, we now have a number of new buildings, and there's more in the master plan. It's really transforming the whole area.
It takes sustained commitment. It takes, you know, private government, public, everyone participating, recognizing that there's value there beyond, you know, maybe just a dollar in, a dollar back.
Why does this kind of funding matter, and what are the effects? So it allows our researchers and scientists to conduct world-class, life-saving research, and that's not to be overly dramatic. That's just simply the facts.
We'll have to really rethink those priorities if we do in fact experience some of the very severe cuts that we're facing right now.
I came to this industry as a result of being a patient advocate and the dad of a little baby that has a disease called cystic fibrosis. When he was born 10 years ago, there wasn't a lot of hope. There wasn't a lot of hope, and currently children are still dying of the disease a lot. And the reality is, it was this industry that provided the hope for me and the world-class, brilliant people. My heroes are the scientists, the people who could work in any industry, but they've decided to work in this industry so that they can cure a disease for my son or some other sick person that they don't even know. In the last year, there's been a lot of hope for cystic fibrosis. There's a follow-on compound that hopefully within the next year or two will work for him. And I don't have the nightmares of thinking about going to his funeral like I used to have.
For the biotech community, their mission is to fuel the world, feed the world, heal the world, and what can be better than that?